All right, good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Hey, oh, come on, that's not very enthusiastic. There are bars, you know, you can go get some beer, get that enthusiasm level back up a little bit. Yeah? All right, so our next talk is going to be about GPS. For the kids in the crowd, GPS didn't used to be something that was on everybody's phone all the time. It used to be you had to get this big honking unit. I had one that I used for fishing that it took like 8 AA batteries, and the battery had run out after 4 hours. It was crazy. Now we've got these things everywhere. So GPS is more important to all of our lives, and this is going to be really interesting to see what shenanigans we can pull with this. Let's give our next speakers a big hand.
Thank you, everybody. Good afternoon. Now, we'd like to share with you our work on the GPS spoofing by SDR tools. We come from Qihoo 360, Unicorn team. We are a team focusing on the radio security and hardware security. During our research, we created and produced many tools and devices for both attack and defense purposes. As we are a vendor of DEF CON 23, we bring some of our tools here to share with you. So welcome to visit our booth. I'm Yang Qing, the team leader of Unicorn team. I'm interested in Wi-Fi pen testing and NFC card cracking. This is Huang Lin. She is an earlier USRP user in China and keep using it as a research tool. Since that time, she wrote one book about GNU radio, which was popular in China. Firstly, let's see a piece of film, which comes from the film Interstellar. Sorry. No? Yeah. Hey? Oh?你刚才试过吗？对，你刚才试过。有 video 吗？Sorry, wait a moment. Yeah. 这是怎么放？In this beginning of the story, the man is driving a car and following the drone. Finally, he got out the control to the drone. Today, we will share with you a simulator story about the GPS spoofing attack. Finally, he controlled the drone. 关掉。Okay. As we all know, on the thank you. Actually, this is I first time use English to speech, so you know, too terrible. As we all know, on the carrier frequency 1,575 0.42 megahertz. GPS has a CA signal that is only for civilian usage. It doesn't need authentication, so repeat attack on can support GPS system. We firstly tried the replay attack. We used one USRP B210 plus one amphitheater and one BRC security. The BRC security is used to supply power to the GPS activity antenna. This picture shows the hardware connection. We used them to record the GPS signal in a file. In the left picture, there's a recorder system on the outground. Then the signal was replayed from the file to air by another hardware named Blade RF, this black one. The cell phone Nexus 5 received the replied signal and it successfully got 3D fix. The right picture is the interface of the GPS Test Plus. One Android application, you can see that the time at the right down corner in 1542, which is the GPS signal's time. The time is the right up corner is different opposite. It is 69, which is the correct time. Now, replay attack was proved a very simple attack method. But replay attack needs to record the GPS signal at the real position if you want to generate a GPS signal for any position. It is not convenient. Let me see this video can play.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. This video is very interesting. This star tracks GPS signal is generated by our program. Now let's discuss about this, how to generate the self-defined GPS signal. We generate a signal to start the logo. Okay. Sorry, replay. Left in the Las Vegas position, right is Beijing position. Finally, they will be a star. If you search GPS emulator or GPS spoofing, you can find some products which can generate a GPS signal. They are not very expensive, but at least several $1,000s. For example, NI LabVIEW has the GPS tool, which needs around $6,000. And Navy says, a small American company, provides the GPS emulator besides on USRP. Its price is also around $5,000. The most famous lab about GPS spoofing is the Radio Navigation Lab from University Taxi at Austin. In 2012, Professor Todd, the team leader of the LYSIS lab, gave a TED talk about how to fool GPS. This talk firstly attracted the population attention to GPS security. In the next year after that, his team showed spoofing a yacht in the sea. In 2014, they successfully spoofed a drone. But we are not navigation experts. How can we do GPS spoofing? As SDR guests, we have several SDR bots, USRP, BladeRF, and HackRF. They are all popular tools in SDR area. For software, we searched on Internet. The first link tells us many open source projects about GPS. The second one is a very good GPS receiver software based on the GNU radio. We found most projects GPS receiver and a few transmitters. The last one is an open source project about GPS emulator developed by Jia Yuwei. Unfortunately, this project not finished. The completion is around 70%. Finally, we decided to complete the Jia Yuwei transmitter code, DIY a GPS emulator. Okay, now let my partner Lin to introduce the technology details about the GPS spoofing. Please, Lin.
Hello, everyone. Okay, now let me briefly introduce the basic principle of GPS system. There will be some mathematical knowledge, will be a little boring, but we'll insert some videos. Okay. Okay, see this picture. The long curve in this picture is the Earth's surface. One GPS receiver is here. Suppose it can see 4 GPS satellites in the sky. The signals are transmitted by the satellites at the same time, T0. And the signals go through different paths and then arrive at the receiver. The arriving time is different because the distance that the signal passed is different. Okay, so all the signals with different delays are mixed together and received by the GPS receiver. Now let's see some equations. Look at the first line. Multiplying the delay time and the light speed is the length of propagation path. For the left part, the delay time equals the arriving time minus T0, and then equals the receiving time plus delay 1 and minus T0. Here, T means the time of receiver starting to receive. Okay, for the right part, the path length equals the distance between the satellite and the receiver. The position of satellite is told by the GPS message. Okay, now this equation has 4 unknowns. The 3 dimensions, the 3-dimension position of satellite X, Y, Z, the clock of the receiver, which is not an accurate clock, so it is also an unknown value. 4 unknowns need 4 equations. So one satellite gives 1 equation. That's why a GPS receiver needs to see at least 4 satellites. Okay? In the 4 equations, what are the known variables? The green part is the delays are calculated by the receiver. And the positions of the satellites and the T0 are all derived from the GPS messages. So the key information that the GPS signal tells the receiver is when and where. Okay? These slides show you the structure of GPS messages. The bit rate of GPS messages is very low, only 15 bits per second. The duration of 1 bit is 20 milliseconds, and 30 bits make up 1 word. 10 words make up 1 subframe, 5 subframes make up 1 page, and finally 25 pages make up the whole message, which lasts 12.5 minutes. Okay, let's see the key information. Where are them? When is located in the head of each subframe, and the information where is inserted in subframe 2 and 3, called as ephemeris. Okay, we have introduced the basic principle. Now let's start building the signal. Firstly, we need to get the ephemeris data. There are 2 methods. One is to download the data from website. By this way, you can only get yesterday's data. Another method is receiving the live data from air. You can use an open source program, GNSS SDR, to receive the real-time GPS signal and get the fresh ephemeris data. This picture shows the received ephemeris data, the fresh data, by GNSS SDR. You may not see it clearly enough. Here the time is 2015, February 18, because I ran the software at that time. Okay, now it's the ephemeris data file. This is the code we are using to generate GPS signal. It's MATLAB code. The ephemeris data is ready. It is loaded, firstly. And secondly, the program will calculate which satellite is visible in the sky. Well, yes. And then thirdly, it generates the telegraph message. Okay. This is the code we are using to generate the GPS. Well, here. This picture shows the message structure. Subframe 2, we need to insert all the message bits into the frame structure following the specification of GPS system. Okay, this part are the codes generating the message. Subframe 1 to 5 are generated one by one. Okay, now the messages are still bit sequences. We should convert them to waveforms. GPS signal is BPSK modulated and with spectrum spreading. Let's look at the principal picture again. We should emulate the multiple satellite signals. So we need to model the signal propagation delay. The emulator software must calculate the transmission time from every satellite to the receiver. How to calculate the transmission time? We could know the coordinate of the satellite according to the ephemeris data. But the satellite keeps moving in the sky, and our Earth is also rotating. So it's not easy to calculate the path length. Anyway, we don't want to go to very deep details here. This function is used to calculate the delays from multiple propagation paths. and combine the signals into one waveform. So finally, we generate the GPS signal and save it to a data file. We'll firstly verify it by software. I firstly offline verified the signal by the GNSS-DR software. It's great. The latitude and the longitude are totally same as I said. And then I moved to test over air. One blade RF is used as transmitter and the USRP is a receiver running with the GNSS-DR software. Right? The signal over air is also correct. I can see the position is same as I said. This picture shows the position in Google Earth. Here is the location of our company, Qihoo 360 in Beijing. I'm very excited and start trying to spoof the real cell phones. Well, unfortunately, I failed. Which part is not perfect? I checked my code for a long time. I find I didn't perfectly model the Doppler effect. What's Doppler effect? When the signal source is going far away from you, and the waveform will be a little longer. When the signal source is going towards you, the waveform will be a little shorter. So at the receiver side, it uses the same sampling rate to sample both the two waveforms. Their carrier phases and bit code phases are different. From another view to see Doppler effect, we can imagine the delay will be longer and longer if the satellite moving far from the receiver. And the delay will be shorter and shorter if moving towards you. The waveform extension or shortening must be smooth. Okay, the phase changing must be continuous. This is not an easy task. After adding the Doppler effect, we tried spoofing the cell phones again. Try cell phone again. Yes, great. It's okay now. Look at the signal strength. The signal from different satellites have the same signal strength. Is it strange, right? Because it's a fake GPS signal. Thank you. Well, actually, we can also set them differently. It depends on you. Okay. This is the test on Nexus 5 cell phone. How about Samsung Note 3? It's also spoofed successfully. Oh, sorry. The cell phone shows it located at Namto Lake in Tibet, but it's in Beijing actually. How about iPhone 6? Yeah. Sorry. Oh. We also tested iPhone 6. iPhone 6 positioning is much slower than other Android phones. But finally, it is also located at Namto Lake. And another interesting point is if you enable the time auto setting, the cell phone clock will be reset at the runtime, the time you give it to it. This is another important vulnerability, timing spoofing. So we began to think that, you may find our GPS spoofing tests, the date we set is always February 14, 2015. This is because the ephemeris data file we use is gotten at that day. Okay, can we set any time to the spoofing signal? The answer is yes. You can use the same orbit data from the same ephemeris file, but only change the time parameters. So in fact, we don't need to download or generate the fresh ephemeris data file. We just use the same one. That's okay. See these pictures? This is an example. A cell phone in future time. On July 14, we generated a signal for August 6th, yesterday, right? The date of DEFCON 23. Here are the screenshots. It was changed to a future time. Interesting, right? Okay. Now, I think you will feel a little boring. Here is a video demo. Except the cell phone spoofing, we also tested other devices. For example, the navigation system in cars. Let's see this video. Yes. This is a common car. We transmit the signal by USRP. Now it is located in our office area. We start transmitting our signal. Yes, now it found the GPS channels and position is fixed. Let's see where it is now. Thank you. Well, so how about other devices with GPS positioning function? Well, the next one is drones. So another spoofing target is drone. As we all know, drones have auto navigation capability. They can fly according to the destinations that people set. And many drones have the forbidden area policy. The purpose is to avoid the risk from drone to people or to some critical facilities. So for example, the drone's engine will keep off when it detects the position is in a forbidden area. So can you imagine the story? What will happen? The first vulnerability is about bypass drone's no-fly zone. The forbidden area policy can be bypassed. The video shows that a drone was at a forbidden location in Beijing. We give it a fake position in Hawaii. Then it was unlocked and can fly up. We give it a position, then it fly up. Is it too quick? Hey, let's see it again. We give it a position at Hawaii, and the drone flies up. Thank you. Well, the next example is more interesting. If the drone is flying in a permitted area and we give it a forbidden position, what will happen? Okay, a drone is flying. This is the camera's view. We give it a forbidden position. Is that falling down? Yeah, landing. Thank you. Well, I found in this Sunday there is another presentation by Michael Robinson. The title of his presentation is "Knocking My Neighbor's Kids' Crude Drone Offline." They will also force land 2 commercial drones by sending GPS signals. I read his slides this morning. And the method he uses is to disrupt the GPS signal by sending noisy signal. So the method is different with us. let's listen to his presentation too in this Sunday. Okay, that's all about the, simple method of GPS spoofing. Everyone only needs open source software and SDR hardware, such as USRP, BladeRF, and HackRF, then can realize GPS spoofing. This attack is very, very low cost. Then how about the influence? It can influence the portable devices like the cell phone, the path tracers, the navigation system, in every conveyance can be spoofed, including cars, yards, even planes. And the timing system is in cellular base station, and financial trading system also can be spoofed. So we think it's a big risk, needs everybody to notice. So how to defend this attack? Usually GPS has highest priority in the positioning system. Cell phone is spoofed, even it has cellular network connection. So we think at the application layer, we suggest to jointly consider multiple positioning results, the GPS position, cellular position, and also Wi-Fi position. If the device has multi-mode GNSS chips, like the GLONASS and Beidou, it's better to joint consider all the results together. At the GPS receiver chipset level, we propose the chipset manufacturer to use some algorithms to detect spoofing. Professor Todd's team has published several papers about spoofing detection. People who are interested can read them as a reference. If we want to settle this matter, finally, the GPS message must be upgraded. For example, add digital signatures into the extensible GPS civil navigation telegraph that will be finally resolve this problem. So every receiver must be firstly check this signature. Anyway, GPS is still a great system. It provides service globally. It is very low cost, and the chipset has very small size. And the important point is it keeps updating, so we believe security issue will be solved in future. Well, finally, I will say thanks to guys who gave me great help, and not our team members. Thanks to Jiali Wei, who is a graduate student of Beihang University, major in radio navigation. He launched the GPS simulator project. His code is also available on GitHub. But I want to let you notice that this is not a completed emulator. We think it has low risk to mention it here. Okay. Secondly, thanks to Jiao Xianjun, who is a senior iOS radio frequency software engineer at Apple. He is also an SDR amateur. He gave me very important guidance. Thank you to the both guys. Thank you all. Thanks for your attention to our presentation.
Thank you.
So any question? Does anyone have question? Range? Well, it depends on the hardware. If we use USRP, something like that, although the transmit power is very small, but the sensitivity of GPS signal is very, very low. So it's quite easy to make your fake GPS strength much higher than GPS sensitivity. Yeah.
If there are any more questions, could you line up right where I am standing and use the microphone to ask your question?
Sorry? Where?
Great talk. I was wondering if you'd thought about using this to fuzz the implementations that people have on various chips by sending completely invalid data that would potentially do interesting stuff.
Well, I didn't get your point. Please simple.
Right, because yeah, it would definitely be interesting to see how these GPS receivers respond to data that doesn't make any sense or that might do various things.
Oh, we can discuss it offline, okay? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Hi. You mentioned that problem could be fixed with digital signatures, but can't you spoof the GPS signal with just capturing and replaying with the time offsets and playing with it? So I think that digital signatures is not going to fix the problem. What do you think on this?
You mean the anti-spoofing method? At which layer?
Yeah, because you know that each satellite is transmitting the same thing, and you don't have to change inside, but you just need to play with the time differences, and you can just record it and replay it with the different time offsets, and you can still spoof it even if the digital signatures are used.
Well, you mean at chip?
Okay. Thank you very much.